good, very good teachings here at theCode that I'm going to upload. I'm gonna get them on my computer, and then when I get internet, I'm going to upload them. I had to find a place to upload that last one that you guys saw, and the other one, the video is not so good because I was improvising. Great teaching, probably one of the best I've done. I've lectured on the destruction of Jerusalem and the last feast that the Jews experienced before they were expelled from the land. Great teaching, just technical issues. I couldn't get it recorded right. So I'll just redo that for YouTube some other time. Let me make sure you can share. Okay, you should be able to share, Margie.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Not yet. You haven't,
Okay,
it's not sharing.
let's see which one it is. Is this one first? This
It's
is
not,
the first one.
oh yeah, we can see
Oh,
it now.
okay, I have to go on my other computer to see what this is a skip of, oh, it says right there. It's a skip of 28,861. I did post this in Discord so anyone can see it. I only worked on it for at most 3 hours. I'm going to say just a couple hours. And I was just reading in Revelation about the seven thunders, and they had to erase what he was told to record what he heard, and then he had to erase it or something. And so curiosity got the cat. So I had to look. And
You know, that was one of my first codes that I looked up when I first started searching codes. Two witnesses and seven thunders. So I'm a little curious to see what you found. So
I I mean, this could take hours to do, but I only, or many days, but I only did just a little bit. It says, "Come, my beloved, choose Jehovah." And that was actually a term that I have in another code. This whole line was in another code. You that, as you can see, that is there. Jehovah gave a sign, um, is here, um, from Jehovah. I think was from Jehovah, not in this code. But normally you do not have from Jehovah at a skip, and this was not. This I think I can't remember where the terms are, and I'm very sorry about that. Um Havav, but it has fire and the command to follow right in here in a skip. And what I found is so interesting is it says in Revelation that, if I understand it right, that they're going to refuse to follow him, that they're going to refuse to repent. But this sounds like what he's doing is he's giving them one last chance. That's what it looks like to me. It has Psalms in there, it has seal and volcano. I haven't I haven't looked for what's any numbers in there. I haven't once I found these codes in there, it kind of, but I found Vicky's name. And so when I saw Vicky's name in here, I forgot to put it in. Um let me see if I can Vicky's name and see where I found it. But once I found Vicky's name, I figured that I had to post it because I thought that was really cool. Another is, do I have to stop share with this? Because this I did post on Discord. Are you there?
I am. I was muted. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Um, I'll see if this works. Can you see this?
No, it didn't translation. You may have to unshare and then share again. Is that
Oh,
Paul that got that? Paul, did you make it in?
where's unshare?
I made it in, but I'm on my phone,
Very
so
good. Okay.
I won't be able to show my code.
Oh, that's all right.
Oh dear.
So it'll probably be, I don't have any codes because I haven't been able to work on anything since well, for a
I I
little over a
I
week.
I think I kind of messed up. Um,
Are you trying to share screen?
I
Marcy,
I I might
Marcy,
have to, can you unshare it for me?
Yes. Hold on.
Thank you.
Yep. There you go.
Oh, good, good. Okay. And now I'm going to try to share it. Um, do you see?
It's coming up now. There it is.
Just
Yep. Oh, wow. That's so cool.
okay. It's only halfway done. In January, Leanna um, urged others to look for her access term, verifying messages in matrices, with other matrices. She wanted to know about the terms I found in it. Well, I found some names. I haven't looked for, I only have a couple names inside my computer to look for, and so these were fairly easy. They had my names and John, Paul, Nathan, Matthew, Martin, Bunnell, Michelle, but Holloway, Paul Holloway's in here in an expanded form, meaning you take this and you can make it into you can look more on top and more on bottom of this. It only has a 57 width on this. But I found that most of the terms that you found in the expanded were in I have a disease layer. There's more diseases in the expanded form. Um, it talks about in the head or in the mind. Forgetful. It has hives. Um, Verruca, a warty lesion, which it talks about in Revelation. Worsening, air, mRNA, toxin, transfusion, garlic, polluted immune system. Uh, there's vomit in the mosquitoes, which could be in the dust. Bubonics in the extended code as well. This is also has a war term. It seems that I don't know if there's going to be toxins in the sky and you're supposed to stay indoors. I do not know what the actual I don't know, but there's also something in the mosquitoes. I put it out here, but I thought what was interesting was garlic. It's like, and there's garlic all over there. Like, take your garlic or something.
You know, I think I heard somewhere that someone was telling me that garlic oil repels mosquitoes.
Hmm.
Really?
I think I
Oh,
heard
yeah.
that. I heard that somewhere. Yeah. Anyway,
Um, so there's a witchcraft layer that I try to get certain things out. You talk when I've looked at hellhounds and vampire coats and things that they're very big on amulets and voodoo and other kinds of witchcraft. Anyway, so it's and talisman. There's necklace here. I think there's something about talisman as well. Voodoo, jewel, lyrical, witchcraft, incantation, taradiddle, long-winded, logorrhea, murmur, uh, mumble and gibberish, both, charlatan, hallucination. I put CERN in there because certain people equate CERN with witchcraft. Potion. Um, this is actually certain dictionaries have this way as potion. Others add another yud in there somewhere. I put computer in here because they could be, anyway, it has demon and serving raw. And cup is because I thought that the purple uh around it looked like a cup. And since most of these are all the same shape, if they're a different shape, sometimes I'll put like a square here after the term. I call this the mobster layer because I found mobster in it. But this is interesting. I haven't gotten all the terms, obviously. Um,
I think,
adulterer.
I think Leanna's got a question. Let's, did you have a
Yeah,
question about the last one she was on?
yeah, this one, well, actually, is this all, Margie, is this all under Seven Thunders? Are these layers under Seven Thunders as a search term?
This is not under Seven Thunders. Under Seven Thunders, I only spent about 2 to 3 hours on. This I've spent weeks on, and I've only have half way done. I have a lot of other terms that are, this is, well, I can put it all the way down here. I
Well,
was,
I'm wondering what your search, what your matrix term is for the one you're presenting right now. What is your search term?
have you ever read Jeremiah 51:40 through 42?
Yes.
Okay, it talks in Babylon, it gives two different names. One's at something that's called Atbash. It's a code that the word used for Babylon as well as Babylon. This is the hour of Babylon, but Babylon is spelled the exact same way that Jeremiah wrote it in the book in 51:40 through 42.
Wow.
And I searched for it in Jeremiah. All this is in two books, Jeremiah 17 and 18 at a skip of 57. So everyone doing, no matter what program you have, you can easily see this. I also found later on, I was surprised to find apocalypse in this code. Um, there is hydrophobia. I didn't get that. Okay, let me start up here. This is uh the witchcraft layer. Okay, this is the mobster layer. There you go. In the mobster layer, we have adulterer. Oh, the dark cash. That's pretty cool. Disobedience and guilt. Knave. There's a lot of knaves around there. It's I should probably open my my book. Therefore, if you want to know where something is or if I want to know where something is. Okay, this is the mobster layer. Okay. There's disobedience and guilt. Guilt's a cup. The knave is, I was looking for crooks and stuff like that. They basically call them knaves. Lust, mobster, outworn, unclad, withering, yeasty. I got a sense of the world is following its own path. And then I have the road to hell on here. I thought that was pretty cool. It goes both ways. And two different I've been looking at things and cross-referencing it in two different um search engines and trying not to get them too long, but I just thought that that was extremely interesting. It says you will be entertained, forgetful. Stone-faced and corrupted, and the Egyptians are corrupt, are um, two interpretations of this. It's a wrapped text term that I don't know if you can see. I have a I or something, but it goes from here over to this end of the code. It's wrapped.
Yeah,
Um,
I can see it.
um, will be destroyed is within the stone-faced and corrupt, and which could be interpreted as the Egyptians are corrupt. Trade and craft. I thought the angel in trade and craft was very, very interesting. I have other terms that can go on this layer. I have a page of terms written small, put as closely together as you can think of, that I think should belong inside these codes that I haven't put in the codes, and that's not the war layer. Okay, this is the Jesus layer. I think that this is amazing of all the layers. Um, this is I will fulfill the command of the Lord, the house of Jehovah, and I will fill the command of the Lord. Clay in the hands of the Creator. Um, the Lord is the one who shows us the light. Over here, the Lord is with you, is within. The Lord is the one who shows us the light. Jehovah, the God of the Word, and the Hallelujah. Um, as a goldsmith, and there's teacher in there. Gift, glorious, Yeshua, origin, lineage. It basically talks about Jesus. Anyway, oh, we will carry out his instructions, and that Jesus taught is within it. The seventh day of the week, praise, set a time for me. And Pentateuch, I am probably just not saying it right. Holy day and Sabbath also wraps. This is a wrapping term. It starts at the very end of this and goes over here. Pray and multilingual Bible. What I thought was so amazing about this is one of the terms I got about this whole thing is inside the code on row 16, 37 to 30 is for the day I forgot. It seems to be and to show that people are not remembering the Sabbath, the seventh day of the week. Um, and or also they are not setting a time for Jehovah God. And it's very clear in this. It's like there's no excuse. There's multilingual Bibles. There's, all this stuff. Um, there's more terms that go in there, but I tried to get this out as fast as I could. There's a volcanic layer in there. This is one without the mountains. They have ash, thunder for the night, foreskin from the quake, FEMA, humming, it will break, lava lifted up, ululate, shaking, steaming. I didn't put in any of the, I try to only put maybe one or two terms of each so I don't fill them up. Mind, lithium, thallium, stratification I left out. I wasn't sure what that was in the codes. And the mountain one, I do have Mauna Loa, kindling ignition. I think this is with the kindling. Inside one of my codes, it was very, very clear that Jehovah God was going to kindle some of these volcanoes in his wrath. And
Kilauea, I see you got Mauna Loa there, but Kilauea has been going off here pretty violently, shooting a lava fountain of 1,500 feet in the air recently. And this has been a several month process where it shows out and then it calms down and then it shows out again. It's like a pulse. So Mauna Loa, on the other hand, is kind of, it was, I think last year erupting, but it's kind of calmed down a little bit. It's Kilauea is really active right now, but Etna too. There's volcanoes going on around the world.
I might have seen Etna in here. Um, the thing was, I finally decided there were just way too many terms and to get them all written down and then I could go back. Um, but there's just so much inside this code and a lot of it has to do with war and other things. This is the Yellowstone thing, Zero, Galan, whiteness. Oh, this was interesting. There's a mountain lava uh, is in the code and it has blow right before the mountain lava. And then it says returned. Blow mountain lava returned. I thought that was really interesting to have that all in there. I need to study it more. I do not have all the mountains, all the volcanoes in here. Um, but what other? Oh, okay. I guess I didn't get enough of the other. There are terms I found so far in the mountains. I found terms oh, about the cold, to keep warm, the biochemistry, biotech. It was biochemistry can be shortened to biotech. Near in the dust, I already told you about that. It's kind of disturbing if you think about it. And toxins really near it. And the mosquitoes is there too. Yellowstone has the hydrophobia. There's hydrophobia in here. Again and again, I I see that Yellowstone, the water will be poisoned by its eruption. If it does erupt, if they do not do what, because it's not loaded. If they don't mine uh in the, if you mine regularly in that hard rock, everything's fine. But once you cross this, what it says in the Bible is a foreskin, and you mine all in there, um, there's going to be a delayed reaction. There could be a delayed reaction by a due to a earthquake that's going to happen. And I don't know what's going to happen after this earthquake, but it sounds like there's going to be a water. I thought at first it would be only a water eruption, but it's going to be a water and a lava eruption as well if they do that. So basically, I imagine that, they have codes that they are supposed to follow when they mine. I imagine if they follow those codes, nothing will happen. Um, uh, anyway, it was, I was so shocked to find that Atbosh, uh, I, I don't, I just found it and knew that I needed to search for the Hour of Babylon using it in Atbosh. Now I have a question for you because I mean, obviously this is only halfway through and I have questions. Um, is there two Babylons? Is there one like a regular Babylon and uh like this Atbosh Babylon? I do find that for plunder in here, I find um like I guess the ruler had urinated himself when he found out that he was, the writing on the wall or something. And it
Oh,
says
you mean
urinate.
when he lost his bowels? He actually pooped
It
himself.
says urination in here.
Oh, does it?
Um, yes, it does. It talks about, so I don't know if that just has to do about the past or if it has to do about the future. If, what is past and future and but this is a very interesting code to do. As I say, it's has a 57 skip. It's Jeremiah 17:26 through Jeremiah 18 to 20. You know, I'm only halfway through it. And there's so much that was not included in my presentation. Anyway, thank you very much. I will try to unshare this.
Oh, I can do that for you. Is that all
Thank
you
you.
had? Is that all you've been working on?
Um, I I have other things in the works, but I really got distracted when I see on my computer while I was in front of my computer, I was not touching the mouse or anything else, but I was writing down in a little book. And so I was looking up at it, and right before my eyes, it took my code away. And I was working on our Babylon code, and I've had problems with my Facebook, other people in my Facebook. I've had problems with uh I had antivirus on both of these. We have some sort of a subscription to it. Well, it said that I did not have antivirus on my computer. So I don't know how it turned off my antivirus and got in, but it did. And I couldn't even log into this computer that right now um, without doing something really funky, I put Control Alt Delete and then got in that way. Because it didn't work, and I don't know what even made me think about doing Control Alt Delete. But I got in, else I couldn't get into the computer. It logged me out.
Hmm.
Anyway, my husband put antivirus on it back on it, and I'm afraid to go online with my Windows 10 computer,
Right.
you know.
So you feel like somebody might have hacked you?
Well, when someone else is on your computer doing things, when you just sit there, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not an interesting person. So we're probably just curious about the codes,
Mm.
which, no problem there. But
It sounds like
if it,
that they got in through Facebook, which is common. That's usually how they try to get me to somebody else. First of all, they'll hack somebody that I know and then message me as that person and to try to get me to click on something, a link, right? So they'll be talking to me like Leanna maybe messaging, hey, Jonathan, take a look at this. And then come to find out Leanna's hacked and now they hacked me. That's happened before. So you got to be quick, careful with people sending you links and things like that. And I know that on the Facebook, people like to share, and they're always clicking on links and stuff, but you got to be really careful. I try not to do it anymore. What's going
I
on? What?
haven't,
Go ahead.
someone got into my Facebook in March or something like that. And um, I I've noticed some problems, but it got really bad. So, but I haven't been on there since then. I don't think so. I
Hmm.
normally don't. I don't think I've been on since I've been hacked because I'm afraid that, my friends and family will be hacked as well.
Yeah.
Um, that's what
They'll
I was concerned about.
they'll go through your
And
friends list. You're right.
and I mean, they don't understand that I'm trying to protect them. They think I'm being antisocial, you know,
Hmm.
but I just didn't want them, you know.
Right. I feel you. Um, Paul, what's going on with your computer? You having issues? You couldn't get
Um,
in.
I think it might have started a couple weeks ago. I went to Paris and I got back home and my computer had died, so I had to reboot it. And this is the first time I tried to get into Zoom from that time. So I'm not sure what's going on. I guess it's something I just discovered.
But have you been able to
Um,
use your computer at all?
I have been. I've been searching codes.
Just couldn't get into
Um,
Zoom. Okay. All right.
yeah. So it's almost like maybe an online thing. So it's something I have to investigate. Um, Hopefully, I'm gonna get a new computer for Christmas.
Very good. How was your trip? You have a good time?
Paris is everything that's advertised. It's amazing. I'm so glad we went. Uh,
Very good.
we met my wife's parents over there. They have a travel van,
Mhm.
and we met them there and had a good time in the Loire Valley in Paris. It's pretty amazing, the
Good.
architecture and the history. Yeah,
Did you guys go to the Louvre?
yeah. It blew me away. I didn't go to any museums.
Mhm.
I didn't go. I didn't go inside any,
Mhm.
but we tried to see as much as we could in
I would
four
have
days.
wanted, I would have tried to see Napoleon's tomb. He's somewhere
It's
there.
it's amazing you said that because there's a whole story surrounding that. We booked Airbnb, a Verbo actually, in one part of town for something we could afford.
Mhm.
And then right when we got into Paris, our host texted me and said that there's been a problem with your apartment and it's uninhabitable, a bad plumbing issue. And I thought we were being scammed.
Right.
My mind was just blowing up. I was thinking, we're homeless here. We're
Mhm.
getting scammed.
Right.
But what happened was, after an hour, he finally got back to me and he put us up, he upgraded us for a place twice as expensive, for no cost to us. And it was a block away from Napoleon's tomb.
Isn't that cool? That's favor right there.
And it's,
Yeah.
you know, right in a great part of town with everything, all the good stuff right around us. I never went to Napoleon's tomb though. It was down my list a ways, and we just never got to it. So.
I just seen a documentary on that where he was actually buried somewhere else and they dug him up. I don't know, 50 or so years, I'm thinking, after he died, and then brought him back to Paris, or something like that. It was very interesting. Um, but anyway, I would have, if I went to Paris, I would have went to something like that. Then I would have wanted to see the Louvre and see the Mona Lisa. I know the Mona Lisa is there.
Right,
Um,
right.
but I
Yeah.
hear that there's a lot of Muslims in Paris now, and a lot of Parisians are moving to the countryside.
I never saw a single one.
Never saw a single one. Oh, that's
Now,
amazing.
I also heard that Paris was pretty dirty, but it was really clean. I think they cleaned it up for the Olympics last year, and there was hardly any trash or homeless. It was just really impressive. I wish they'd do that to San Francisco. It's pretty
Is
bad
that where
here.
you are in San Francisco?
I'm about 50 miles north. So,
Very good.
but that's the big city around these parts. Jonathan,
Yes, sir.
so I'm working on a code for Erica Kirk.
Mhm.
I'm almost done with it, but I'm wondering what terms these days are
Mhm.
going to get you dinged on YouTube.
Okay, so I was just telling them earlier before you came in, it's things like Nick Fuentes and Groyper and alt-right and Christian nationalism and anything negative about Charlie Kirk or yeah. So it's kind of weird if you talk about Charlie, they sandbag you if you talk about certain things, right? And especially with the conspiracy stuff. I don't know how these other YouTubers are going viral and stuff, but it seems like with some that they shuffle them down to the bottom of the feed. And anyway, I'd gotten a warning about certain terms and stuff, and because some of these like the Groypers are almost like Ku Klux Klan. They're very racist and anti-Jewish, but they're Christian right, and also a lot of them are gay, by the way. So that's the other thing. You can't talk about them in that kind of way. Um, it's really weird.
About the term assassination.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Uh, I don't know why. I don't know why they're doing that. I suspect it's got something. I think that they martyred the guy so they could start a movement to put Vance in the next rotation, and Vance is going to be like the hero. Um, Otherwise, I think Charlie Kirk would have probably ran for president against Vance, and again, I got to probably be careful what I'm saying. I'm talking about the administration here, but it looked to me like some things were happening. That was an op. It wasn't. I don't think it was the guy that did it. 30-06 did not kill this man. It was something else. It looked like a professional job. It could have be some kind of. And here's the other thing: the Israeli connection. That's the other thing you got to be careful about. Talking about Mossad and all that kind of stuff. So, um, yeah. So,
Do you think I could get by with just one
well,
assassination?
just work that code. Just work that code. And we'll look at it in class. If it seems too hot, we just won't put it on
Yeah.
YouTube. Yeah.
Okay.
It should be all right. I was getting very mouthy on the videos that I did, and I got and in the description it'll tell you that you got some. They don't use the word offensive words. What is it that they call it? Controversial words. It'll tell you it'll tell you you got 4 controversial words in your title or your description or something like that. So you have to go back and get that out because once you publish it, it won't really go out everywhere because you've been dinged already for controversial words. So so you have to
Okay.
tailor it and you have to talk code and like when I did the one about the death threat, you can't use the word death threat, right? Or spell it. You have to do something to fool the out. And sometimes that doesn't work. Sometimes they'll still ding you on that. I only changed 1 letter in the word and they haven't messed with me, but they could come back in a month or 2 months because that's happened to me before where I put out a video and it was something like that, especially about COVID and stuff. They dinged me a year later and like I gave me strikes for medical misinformation. And yeah, so
What what
it,
about secret societies or witches?
I think we'll be all right. It we'll have class look at it, and once I get it uploading and I'm working on the description and the title and all that kind of stuff, the vidIQ app that I use will tell me what controversial words are in there and that are not allowed on
Okay.
YouTube or
All right.
discouraged. They discourage you. They don't say you're not allowed to say it. We just discourage the use of this word and that word. It's weird, man. It's
All
so
right.
weird that they censor you like that.
Hopefully I can
And
get up
you're,
and by next class. So.
Yeah. What'd you say, Leanna? Did you have a question?
it's Margie.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I wanted to say what you used again to find out if you have controversial words.
vidIQ. 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 It's an app on YouTube that creators can use to kind of what it does is it scores you on the content of the video, how you excuse me, how you title it, and your description. Your description. I just ate right before class, and it'll score you, and it'll tell you the controversial words. It'll give you suggestions on how how to write it and how to word it where it's not controversial and stuff. Yeah, it's a pretty good app. I pay for mine. There is a free version, I think, but I pay the second whatever the second tier is. I don't have the pro. Anyway, I think we're going to try to get out of here tomorrow, you guys, and try to make our way because it's going to take me about 2 days to get home. Um, it's like 14 or 15 hours, and I got 2 bad tires, so I got to take it easy. So I'm going to be stopping at Scott McCrum's in North Florida, uh, and probably staying there and resting, and then going on the next day. I got to get back. Um, the lady that I, the lady that let me borrow her car does not know I had to put 2 new tires on it, and I'm worried to tell her that on the phone because I don't want her to worry. But I myself am a little bit worried about getting it back home because I still got 2 bad tires. Um, she had this car sitting up for a long time. It's got the original tire or had the original tires on it, and they were dry rotting and coming apart from the inside out. The tire guy told me. So, little scary situation. Y'all handled it. Luckily there was traffic stopped, and I was able to get off and go right to a tire center. Otherwise, I'd have probably just kept going, and it probably had a blowout. But things work out that sort of like when you went to France. Things work out a certain ways, to your benefit. Um, yeah, looks like my internet is trying to drop out, you guys. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up right here, you guys. I got a couple of things that since I have some net, I'm gonna try to upload Peter's stuff that he's gonna let me put on the channel and try to get that up. I will stay in contact with you. So when I get back into North Florida and I got internet, I'll message you guys in Discord and give you an update. Good codes there, Margie. I'm sorry we missed class last week and you weren't able to share. And Paula, I hope you get your issue worked out with. I don't know why it's not letting you in Zoom. That's weird. All right, so
Well,
guys
it
got
won't even load. I mean, I can't even load it.
well, that was happening to me this week when I was trying to get on Zoom to record my presentation. It would not even load. It would just circle, you know, the little thing. And then I took my computer downstairs to where I'm at now, which is a little closer to the office, and using the internet that way. But it's still not really good here. Anyway,